Greetings and salutations, Club Penguin Army Outreach, and welcome to our weekly recap. Alright, today we will be going over the events of the past week. Basically, this week was pretty eventful as far as, Club Penguin weeks go. We had witnessed the war between the Templars and Ice Warriors, called the Great Crusade. Now, this war was completely ignored by the Ice Warriors. They had basically refused to show up to any battles. However, the Templars have been invading diligently, and it seems like they will continue to do so as they are continually claiming victories and somehow getting battle points from it, which is understandable as it is a war, but it seems a little odd. But, it's definitely a subject for debate. Maybe we can address that in our fight night, which will be happening Friday, which will actually be the first fight night ever held by Club Penguin Army Outreach. So definitely prepare for that, guys. In other news, the Golden Troops had actually lost 2 leaders in the span of 1 week. First, Mighty A, who was actually instrumental in the revival process of the Golden Troops, departed, and then he was shortly thereafter followed by Neha, who also departed, and we actually did get a chance to sit down with Neha for an episode of Community Insight, where we got to talk a little about the shutdown of the Golden Troops, which was announced shortly after Neha's retirement. They announced a hiatus period that will last until about 2021, so we'll definitely see where that goes. In other news, so the Golden Troop shutdown produced a mass of new land that has now been released within the Club Penguin Army Network League, and armies like the Water Vikings, Special Weapons and Tactics, People's Imperial Confederation, and even the Lego Man Army Hoorah have scheduled invasions and gained their old land. So the People's Imperial Confederation currently possess the old capital of the Post Malone Army in the form of Eastern Shoreline, and the capital of the Golden Troops, Halfpipe. So that's just an interesting little tidbit. We were also able to do a nice article called Ask the Board, where Flav was able to address some nice community concerns. So if you are interested in that, make sure to check that out. Also this week, the Eclipse Army had to sadly announce their shutdown and rebrand to a gaming server. The Eclipse had been an army for, a small amount of time, but they had, a good following. They were led by Totoro, DeBest, and they had done pretty well. They had, got 5. I mean, you can't blame them. They were having fun. But they got defaced by Sweater, which was rude, but then they recovered, which was nice. Sadly, they announced the shutdown, and DeBest has since joined the Wet Army Penguins, which are now colonized under the Water Vikings. In other news, Hanja and Deep have both retired from the Templars. This is kind of without warning. There was no real formal announcement about this affair, but they have both departed from the Templars. Hanja will now reside as a warden, and Deep is now a visitor. So that's a very interesting thing to see, as it was pretty unexpected. Make sure to check out the Get to Know Your Army, written by Kate. It's spectacular read. It's all about the Help Force. So if you're interested in the Help Force, or just Army history in general, make sure to check that out. We also released our top 10 armies, which was very nice. Make sure to check that out. Props to Omsk, Sarahaha, and the rest of our top 10 committee. And last but not least, stay tuned, because later today we will be unveiling our comment of the week, which will be a CPAO specialty. We'll have a nice featured comment of the week. So make sure to comment on this post, make sure to share it with your friends, make sure to be active in our Discord server, and make sure to prepare yourselves, because we are going to make history with our Fight Night podcast. We're going to have a debate next Friday. So make sure to stay tuned for that, guys, and just have a swell day. Take care.